Need your carpets or upholstery cleaned fast? Whether it's a spring clean, bond clean, or just wear and tear from the pets and kids, Be Clean NQ is your premier quality carpet, upholstery, rug and mattress cleaning service. They'll go above and beyond to guarantee the best job at the best price. And they're 100% locally owned and operated. Have a chat to the busy bees at Be Clean NQ today. Go to beeclean.com.au because they're not happy until you are.
It's episode 185, the last NRL show of 2024. Welcome to On the Ranch. Brought to you by Malones Irish Pub on the eastern end of Flinders Street. Do a good crumb steak, so good. The last week, we didn't even come into the studio, we went straight there. Have you got the key? No, have you got the key? I thought you had a key. I thought you had the key. This was a legit conversation in the car. Anyway, I'm Max Up on Twitter. That guy sitting across from me, pistol blazing, two guns.
Are you shitting me? You don't have the key. I thought Trent gave you the key.
No, he
didn't give it. Billy had the key.
Billy has a key.
Billy had personal issues to attend to last week, and so Bill wasn't here, so it was just going to be a you, Cat, and me show.
Yeah.
And
none of us had a key.
none of us had a key.
So straight to Molly's.
And then Trent was also in Sydney, and so by the time we got a key,
Yeah.
it was already Friday.
And
I was like,
so have you got a key now?
I don't have a key.
You still don't have a key?
No, Bill's the one with the key.
Okay. Oh,
There you go. I'm the one with the power.
You are the one with the power. Welcome, Billy. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thanks for having me again.
Thanks for bringing in your $7 devil box.
No, my $2 devil box.
$2 devil box and your $5 Pepsi. Here we are for episode 185. Sorry we missed last week. Yes, we had the key issue and we thought a $15 crummy is too hard to resist, so we went straight to Molly's.
And then I had cricket Wednesday night, which I didn't even get to because I worked until 6:30. So I was like, shit.
Oh,
And then
I thought you were short players too.
we were.
So
we
you were real
played
short.
with 7. We played with 7.
Straight.
Yeah. Not good. Which was good for me because my elbow.
Totally.
How
And
many
then-
are you meant to have?
8.
Nah.
6 for a game, but 8's your team.
Right, yep.
And then I think something happened Thursday, and then all of a sudden it was Friday. I was like, man, I'm not doing shit, man. AFL Grand Finals tomorrow. Like,
Yeah.
or was it the prelim? It was something anyway.
Yeah, something like that. No, it was a grand final.
It was the grand
'cause it was last
final. Yeah,
week.
it was last week, yeah.
The days blur into each other, I understand. It makes sense. Yes, it is episode 185. 38 minutes of extra chatter for the Patreon this week, brought to you by YesPF, Yes Property and Finance. We are in their offices tonight. Gloriously white with open windows. Everybody can see us when they drive past. You've probably driven past here and seen us and wondered what are those idiots doing.
Good chatter too tonight.
Yeah, there was a little bit of
everything.
Titanic, as usual.
Yeah.
A little bit of red wine.
There is a little bit of red wine.
A little bit of climbing.
A bit of everything.
There was a little bit of everything. All over the place.
Vegemites and Yosmites.
I was
Vegemite.
I was today years old that I found out Yosemite was Yosemite.
At least it's not Aussie mite,
Well, yeah, that would be awkward.
wouldn't it? It's not as good as Promite.
You can miss me with that shit
No,
straight
I don't
up.
like Promite.
You can miss me with that
I got
already.
given a Promite sandwich as a kid, and I took it back to Mum and said, "What is up with this?"
They're missing a molasses or they're missing something with
I don't know. I can't remember the last time I had Promite, but it still is It's still on the shelves, so
Yeah.
they're selling it.
Yeah, someone
August
buying it.
2008
Isn't it an American
in
thing?
New Zealand.
Is that when you tried it? Yeah, right. What was that?
Isn't it an American thing?
Oh, I've got no
Promite
idea.
or Marmite?
No, Marmite's different again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it might have been Marmite in New Zealand. I can't even remember where I had it now.
I remember Vegemite in New Zealand being,
I'm sure it's Promite in New
I
Zealand.
thought it was really expensive. Which one's the one that 3-3s makes?
Olives?
No.
Pickled
it's definitely
onions?
not Marmite. That's a different one again. So I have the 3-3s one of that sort of,
Yeah, Marmite Sanitarium.
yeah, I'll bet it is.
But
So there you go.
Speaking of Marmite, I'm thinking of marmalade. Do you know the difference between jam and marmalade?
Oh, I used to.
I can't jam my up your.
No, I can't marmalade my.
Can't marmalade me yet.
I thought there was a legit difference. So jam is like made out of the whole fruit, where marmalade's not, or something like that. No,
Don't
no one's
know.
got any idea. A quick Google. What's the difference between jam and marmalade?
Come on, Dior. This is what you're here for.
And if it doesn't have the answer that Pete just gave,
I can't
very curious.
marmalade my fingers in your car door.
Jams are made from one type of fruit or vegetable, whereas marmalade must use a citrus fruit in its preparation.
oh,
So it must be. So a jam will just have just strawberry jam or
Right.
just apricot jam, but a marmalade has also got a citrus put into it as well, like
Right.
like some orange juice or something like that.
What about-
like citrus peel, pulp, and the juice? There you go, but not the whole fruit.
Oh, so zest?
Yes, that would be part of the peel.
Yeah, you'd think that.
Yeah.
so what if you're just having orange marmalade? Don't know.
It could be
It's
mandarin
like a-
peel.
Could be mandarin. Yeah, could be.
And if it was a peel off the mandarin tree at my place, it would pack quite a punch.
With colouring additives as
Okay,
well.
what's in your? I don't want to know. What's in your tree?
This is
They're just very strong.
that is good, honest bush mandarins.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever seen Bill's property with stuff with his produce?
I've never been there.
So he's sort of like the Homer Simpson of the world, where he grows a bit of this and that. He's got like gummy bears and stuff. He's actually the founding father of tobacco.
Tobacco.
He tried doing it. He's succeeded. Yeah.
Right.
So he grows these tomatoes that taste like absolute horse shit, but they're addictive.
Very good.
Yeah.
On the ranch, nq.myshopify.com. Pick yourself up a Pannikin. They're
Do
going.
it.
They're going like hotcakes, and they're a hell of a drink. As Billy was telling me pre-show, they kind of you kind of have to drink out of them pretty quickly. We
Yeah.
don't have to.
You don't have to, but they just go
inhibit.
down good.
Yeah.
Look, if you think that drinking out of a can is just not your style, it's taking too long, get yourself an on the ranch Pannikin where you can destroy 3 cans in 15 minutes, no worries.
Yeah.
Where you have to switch back to cans so
Conserve your evening.
then I can get back into it later.
Well, one good friend of ours, a fellow Brisbane Lions supporter, was drinking, I think, Dubliner out of an on the ranch Pannikin on the weekend, and he was a little bit up after that.
His good friend sitting across from you at the moment was also drinking
Were you?
Dubliner out of a Pannikin as well.
Hence why you had to clean 3 of them. Well, 2.
No, 3.
Well, it counts for 2 of them, though.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
don't know who drank out of the 3rd one.
I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Probably Howie.
Could have been Howie.
Could have been anybody.
And there was about 10 people there on the Saturday, right? Yeah, there was. I've done the sums. There was about 10. There was you, there was Luke, there was Andy, Howie come late, there was myself, Archie, Donnie. Shout out to the Power 100 boys. There was
Quick name drop.
2 Finlays, there was Toddy. Even if you said one more. And Howie was drinking out of a glass.
There was Cat.
Oh, and Kat, sorry. Yeah, I missed Kat. I was just...
Sorry,
yeah,
Cat.
sorry,
Too busy-
Kat.
too busy
No,
naming all your famous friends.
because the footy thing, I thought of a guy's thing, but
Yep,
I
yep.
forgot Kat was there, which I didn't forget, but yeah.
You did.
There was, out of those 12 people, 5 of them were drinking out of a stubby or a can, did not even look at touching a glass or a vessel to have their liquid beverage. I washed up 8 cups the next day. The sums were 7 people.
Yep.
Where the fuck did the 8th cup come from?
Who knows? Someone would have grabbed a second one. You should have kids in your house.
Oh.
You wash up 8 cups just in the morning.
I actually have a funny feeling I drank out of 3 individual cups
You
at one
probably
night.
did.
I think I did.
Yeah.
I didn't want to drink out of the On the Ranch one because I didn't want to hand wash it. So I went for another Pannikin. I was like, "Man, you're drinking out of your hand." Oh, fuck it, all right, I'll drink it.
Yeah, well, there we go. Anyway.
Either way, there was more cups to wash up than there were people drinking out of.
But a Pannikin is easy to wash up because it's a big open mouth.
Huge. It's great.
You can
Nice,
fit an entire fist into it.
nice smooth enamel too, so it wipes straight off.
Doesn't embrace. You probably don't even need dishwashing liquid. Yeah, you don't need dick liquid in it, that's for sure. That'd be a bit weird, wouldn't it? Okay, yeah. excrete your fucking waste into this and clean up out of it. Yeah, that's probably not the best thing. I mean, if you're into that, by all means, go your hardest.
Oh,
but,
stop talking. Jesus Christ.
but you can just wipe it out. You don't need it. You don't need soap. You.
The best ad for a panagon I've ever heard.
Yeah, you don't need dick liquid in it. Yeah.
Well, you don't.
Well, you don't.
You don't need it.
You don't. It's
You
more.
could if you wanted to.
It's a want if you want a dick liquid in your pannikin.
But it also does hold a full 375ml can. No worries.
Actually holds
Yes.
a full 460ml can if you can find 460s. Now I know they have 440s out there, so you're covered.
There you go.
Well, you can go 375ml can and size.
And ice. Yeah.
There you go.
You know, if you want. I mean, probably not with beer.
I mean, but if the way you drink them out of there, you don't need to put ice in it. It'll just...
Yeah. Yes, have noticed. Postman this week. Eddie Hewitt said your level of... Oh, this is after we missed last week's show.
Oh, yeah, we did miss last week's show.
Eddie jumped in and said your level of professionalism is what gives your podcast comfortable, rustic feel. I don't know if he's taking the piss there or not.
He's going to love dick liquid this week.
Keep up the good work. I vote for some summer sessions, not necessarily every week, but maybe leading up to big sporting events, Melbourne Cup, Boxing Day test, etc. Maybe some off-season Cowboys news and interviews. In other words, miss you guys and the footy season already. That was last week.
That was last week.
Yes.
Well, we were always going to go until this week anyway. Last week was actually a complete foresight on it because all our gear is in this building.
That's right.
We even discussed, look, we could go home, we could sit in the same room. I'll go into the dining room, you in the theatre, Kat in the family room, and we'll Zoom call each other. We were actually contemplating doing that last week and collating it all, and
And then we were going to do it Wednesday night, and then we were going to do it Thursday night, and nothing happened.
It just didn't eventuate.
It just didn't happen. Ian Thompson said,
we do apologise.
one job. Well, there's an hour extra tomorrow that I've got to talk to the wife. Thanks, boys. No worries, Ian. I've been helping relationships since 2019. We have. Just take some relationship advice from Pete. Always works.
Yeah. Hey, look.
Just send your missus to Dubai for 8 months.
Send it for 7.5 months.
Yep.
And you find out that your heart grows stronger.
Where you're going to go then. Anyway, it was finals week 2. We'll go back to that. It was the last Cowboys game versus the Sharks, and it was not the best result, but 26 points to 18 to the Sharks with 4 tries to the Sharks, 3 tries to the Cowboys. Nothing in the first half, unfortunately. 24-0 at half time.
And it was just one of those games, and I was talking to you when you were there, and
I don't remember a damn
it was
thing you
just
said.
the way Sharks were kissed on the dick was unbelievable. Like, let them play, no dramas, but fifth tackle options and the ball's bouncing around. All right, Drinky doesn't take a bomb, but it bounces straight up into their hands instead of going out or going dead or whatever. I mean, credit to them. They made 24-0, but they really only scored one honest try.
The first 10 minutes was a bit of an arm wrestle, and Cowboys were winning the field position. It's just we were getting to the end and not really making much of it, and then they break through with that penalty try, whatever. And
I'm iffy on that still. Like, I can see why they would. If that was a Cowboy player, you'd be like, hang on, penalty try, but
it's too far out.
I think it was
too far out.
I think it was too far out, and Dearden was swooping cover.
Yeah.
You've got to be 100% guaranteed. Now, whether or not the bunker wanted Cowboys to win, so they went 6 points instead of 13 on 12, I don't know. But
I think either way would have hurt us. I mean, they scored again.
Well,
2 minutes
they
after
scored
that.
straight up anyway, but
So
who's to say? They could have scored 5 tries, or they could have scored nothing. Cows could have banded together, but either way, they just got the luck of the Irish. Like, you look at second half, Robbo makes that break, and he just doesn't have Dearden or someone pushing on the inside, and the ball goes to ground. It comes off Drinky's leg with about 8 to go. If Drinky gives that a bit more of a kick, he probably gets to that and scores under the post. If that was the Sharks in the first half, they score off that. That's
that's
how
right.
lucky they were.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I do want to shout out to Ash Klein in that game. Watching that, and I was talking to you as well, going, this is really good refereeing. I'm not taking the piss here. Could not fault Ashley Klein, could not fault really the bunker either. Like, Klein would award tries, but that's what he's seen, and you've got to give credit to that. The bunker's somehow seen a hand finger knock on from a Sharks player, or he's seen this and that, and it sort of kept us in it in that second half. I got no dramas with anything Klein did in that game. I thought he controlled it. It was an up-paced tempo. It was Origin-like in a way. It wasn't stop-start. It wasn't this. I think there was 2 penalties for the whole game, and maybe 3 ruck infringements.
Yeah,
you know, it was
a good
flowing.
game for that. It was. I really liked that aspect of it. That it just kept going. Other than the fact that our scoreline didn't keep going.
Yeah,
that was the only. Yeah.
Look, it was only 8 points in the end anyway.
24-12 with 20 to go.
And it was
I thought we were going to win by a try.
And it was that penalty. It was a penalty goal and that penalty try in it.
And
that was it.
And it wasn't like we haven't come back from that sort of position before and won the game.
At 24-0 at half time, I was not nervous. I was a bit sort of, we could still come back to this. And then to score right after half time was like, okay, right, here we go.
I think I had faith until probably 7 minutes to go. That was when I let go of it.
After Robbo made that break and we bombed it. There was like second tackle too. If he goes to ground, who knows? But
yeah, but when you're 24 points down at half time, you're always playing desperation footy anyway.
Which was something that it seemed like the Cowboys always did play it. Instead of just playing like a good structured game of footy, they were always playing desperation footy.
Yeah.
But we went try, then we went try. So it's like, hang on, we can score from anywhere instead of let's get back in the groove. We've still got 20 to go. It's only 24-12 now. We've got 20 to go. Let's score a try in the next 7 minutes. Let's score another try 7 minutes after that. Let's make it 24 all with 7 to go.
Yeah, it could have gone a number of ways. But anyway, that's just giving that much away in the first half was never going to be a fun night.
And I still think we'd win the grand final, but I'm not going to sit here on the high horse thinking otherwise, but losing Felty and Val to play Penrith last week
wouldn't have been easy. Would have been a bridge too far, a hill too high to climb.
Ifs, could have, should have. If we'd beaten Penrith last week without Felt and Val, I would say that would be the best Cowboys win in the last 5 years.
Oh yeah, definitely would have been up there. Sure. And any team that turns up, although Panthers pretty much tore the Sharks apart as well. What was it, 26-6 or something? I don't know. We were a little too intoxicated to watch that game.
I was high on the Lions supply on Saturday. I think the game was on in the background. I don't even remember watching it. I think I put a $10 bet on Sharks to win at 6.20 or something, and they're going to do this. I looked at my sports bet the next day going,
nope.
No, just donuts. And you go, I wonder what the score was. Was it close? Oh, it wasn't even. I didn't even remember watching the game.
Me either.
But we had the guitar playing. We had a bit of tunes. We had a sing-along.
There was other things to celebrate.
Yeah.
Do you remember your 3-2-1s from the Sharks?
Yeah, I had Dearden for 3 in that game.
Did you? You did. So did I. I can't remember why, because it was 2 weeks ago and we've been very intoxicated twice since.
There's a reason why you got Cowboys Player of the Year, which I'm sure you're going to get into. But
yeah.
I had Dearden for 3. I think I had Robbo for 2.
So did I. Literally.
And 1, I can't remember really, but I know something's telling me that Cotter had a beauty.
You're just reading mine. I had Cotter.
You had Cotter?
I had Cotter. I know I wrote these in there prior to, must have been Monday last week.
Did we do a video after the game?
No, we didn't. Or if we did, I don't know where we posted it. I thought we did, but I don't know where we put it.
Remember doing a halftime on the spot video?
Yeah.
And my cousin Trey has commented on there because it was about everyone pick up your bottom lip. We've not out of this yet. We've come back. Look at what the Lions did the week before. I know it's cross-code stuff and blah, blah, blah. And he's commented on there and said, maybe you should take some vitamins and say some prayers as well. And that's when you and me, we got some vitamin C and we did a little Hail Mary.
Oh, we did too. I forgot about that. Did you have any points to dish out, Billy, or can you remember the game at all?
I think I remember sitting there actually trying to do it, and I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I think I wanted to give. I'm pretty sure I wanted to do Dearden and Cotter for one each. So for 3 points each.
Oh, you can't do that.
Yeah, I know. That's why I couldn't split those two up. But I wanted Feldy in there, and I wanted I can't remember.
Later on, we're going to have to break it down for you so we can put it in the tally. So Morgan, when he comes back from his massively long overseas trip, is going to have to tally all these up.
And what we're thinking of doing as well is doing a live read similar to the Brownlow votes.
Literally,
Malones.
The only person thinking of that is you.
Yeah, but now I've said it. Would anyone be interested coming to Molly Malone's on a probably a Friday or a Saturday night, date to be confirmed, and we're going to do the On the Ranch Players Player Votes Award headed by Rob Pistol and some of Morgie and Bill.
We have to sit there and read out from every game.
No, I'm thinking we could, yeah, we're doing it. Yeah, it's like the Brownlow.
Yeah, right.
And we'll also chuck in Rookie of the Year and everything. No, we're not doing that.
No.
But we might do a Brownlow vote style. We might just do every third round
Right.
and just be like, oh, this is the tally after 3, after 6, after 9. And
Yeah, maybe not. We'll see.
in round 11 at Magic Round, Scott Drinkwater had an absolute blindo as he turned the bunnies around inside and out. What will happen next in that vote?
Stay tuned.
3 points, Dearden.
Well,
2 points, McLean.
That's our review of the game. And on, I think it was last night, as we speak, the Cowboys themselves had their Prezi night. And Club Person of the Year, we'll go through these pretty quickly. Club Person of the Year, Cohen Hess. Well deserved. Not bad for a bloke who didn't play a game.
He played a trial.
Yeah, true. Yes.
Half a trial, not even that. Quarter of a trial. The poor bastard. He's going to be something like, we lose Cooley Kefi, but we get a Hess back.
Well, yeah. I think that's probably a plus. Cooley was great.
Cooley is outstanding. He is a buy for Redcliffe.
Yeah, absolutely. But having Cohen back is great. The Young Guns Cowboys Way Award went to Henry, here we go, Teotau.
Teotau.
The Affiliate Club Player of the Year, Tom Duffy.
Yeah, I'm liking that.
Absolutely destroyed for the Pride this year.
I'm thinking next year we got Dearden at 6.
Duffy at
and
7.
Duffy at 7, and Clifford playing a Jake Granville role, purely on the fact that Clifford's had more first grade experience than Duffy has, and he's a defensive gun.
Yep.
He's got a passing game. He's got a kicking game. He can play 20 minutes in the hooking role to relieve Robson. Robson has a spell, and then Clifford could still go in for another 20 at like a ball-playing lock to relieve Cotter, so to speak.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
Like
Potentially. You've still got Jackson Purdue too.
Yeah. Yeah, well, he'll probably play centre.
But the other good thing, and we touched on it a few times
You're
this year.
missing Val and Felty, so Jackson will probably have a starting back line there.
Yeah, potentially. But you will also have Labert back. So NRLW Rookie of the Year was Lily Peacock. NRL Rookie of the Year, Jackson Purdue, as we mentioned just then. The JCU Education Award went to Larissa DeBella. Not sure what that award was because I didn't obviously attend.
Not 100%.
The NRLW Townsville Bulletin Fans Choice Player of the Year was Ja'Kiah Whitfield. Well deserved.
Hey, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The NRL Townsville Bulletin Fans Choice Player of the Year was Tom Dearden.
Yep.
Just sweep the awards there.
I got a funny feeling Tom Dearden might poll in the On the Ranch players.
Yeah, I got a fair idea because Buddy Morgan kept giving points to Dearden.
Morgan sucks him off from the back.
Now, reading from the live updates on the Cowboys on the Cowboys presentation night, Kyle Felt and Jake Granville had farewell speeches, and from what I saw from updates around the traps, there wasn't a dry eye in the place. That would have been tough. The NRLW Cowboys Way Award went to Alicia Ford. The NRL Cowboys Way Award went to Jake Granville. Well done, Breather. He was a dude when he came on.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He's an absolute gun.
The NRLW Players Player, Ja'Kiah Whitfield. The NRL Players Player, Tom Dearden. He's just swept up a whole bunch of awards here. Now this one is the NRLW Cowboy of the Year, Bree Chester.
Oh, I like Bree.
Yeah, awesome,
shit oath.
awesome player. And everyone will know this anyway because everyone would have read through all this stuff. But the Paul Bowman medal.
Let me guess.
You reckon? Dark horse?
Yeah, dark horse. It definitely wouldn't be Tom Dearden. I'm going to go with Paul Bowman.
Well,
I'm going to go with...
the leaderboard had Reuben Cotter on 11.
Betagane.
Yeah, definitely. Reuben Cotter and Murray Talangi on 11 points apiece. Scotty Drinkwater on 13 points. And then on 25 points, Tom Dearden.
Holy shit, boss.
Yeah. So that's now, from what I understand, this is the coaches' points play in the same way we do 3-2-1. So that's the points from the coaches. So that's not bad. He's just almost doubled everyone else. I mean, have a look at his season.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if he's that far ahead on ours too, it goes to show, like...
It wouldn't surprise me if he was. Morgan's going to make sure of it, just quietly.
although Queensland lost game 3, might be one-eyed in it, but Dearden was the best player on the ground.
Oh,
I think they gave it to Angus Crichton or...
Yeah.
Dylan Edwards got it in game 3.
Oh, did he?
And he played good, but...
Not great.
Dearden was... I mean, what was it, 14-4? Queensland win that. Dearden shits it in a landslide. And even from a losing player, I think he was still the best player in that game. Like, you look at what he's done. Like, Munster's got a mortgage on the number 6 jersey, but I don't know, man. I think, is there a world where it can be Munster 6, Dearden 7, and DCE doesn't play Origin next year?
Well, I think even DCE himself has talked about, like, he's sort of hinted that might have been his last year this year.
Mm.
I mean, who knows? It's a long time until the next series, but
there's
every chance.
They say you're not a first grader until you've played at least 50-odd games. When he's played 100 now, and each week he just keeps excelling.
He just never gives up.
He's like the Thurston. He's got the eye of the tiger. He's the last one in defence. He's the last. Look at the penalty try that was given. He was the only one in Cooey to still be around that to get the ball. He chased Cobbo down in round 4 against the Broncos. Actually,
that was one thing I was going to have a look. There was the NRL Tackle of the Year.
He just does not
voted
stop.
by fans, and I don't know what happened to that. I didn't keep an eye on it, but it was down to that tackle and Hammer's tackle against the Fox. And I can't remember. I don't know. I didn't have that been judged. It'll probably come out during
Hammers
night.
Hammers was a good tackle. Don't get me wrong, but he's also a renowned speedster. And Hammer, if Hammer ran quick, and I mean, it's late in the game. He's probably got heavy legs. But you would expect Hammer to get there. You've got a full flight Cobbo with a 35-metre head start on a number 6 running a hypotenuse.
Hypotenuse count. Well, I mean, you don't have to justify it to us. We would have picked Tommy Dearden anyway.
For sure. But that's just the mark of the man. He's Thurston-esque. He just does not stop.
Haven't got it?
No, I can't see it. I can't find it.
NRL tackle of...
2024. Which
I dare say it'll come out during... here we go. Tackle of the Year contender.
Yeah, which was the 29th of March.
Oh, God, it was too.
Yeah.
That's how long ago that was, 29th of March.
I was at not Summer Nats, Rocky Nats. That happened. Yeah. I got not flown in, but got told bloody 3 days out, we're going to Rocky Nats. I don't even like car shows. Nah, Wade's in it, is H Holden in? We're going to Rocky Nats. It's going to be great. Explain to me how this is going to be great. Playing Good Friday, so I was like, oh, shit.
Oh, no.
And it was actually pretty good. If Wade puts his car in again next year or he gets another car, I'll go back to Rocky Nats and shout out to Rocky Nats. Everyone should go down to it. It's good.
Not so sure that I will.
You're a car nut.
I am, but
you'd like it.
I've never gotten into the Nats Nationals.
Yeah, but I've never. No, I did the burnout comp and we did a bit of the drag racing, but you look around the show cars and stuff. For me, it was just a good excuse because Mika wanted to go down and see her brother Wade, and I just got on the gas for like 4 days straight.
Fair enough.
Where are you? Just at this pub. Oh,
Yeah.
I might come see you. Please don't.
What was also
I'm enjoying my Keno and schooners right now.
What was also a week and a half ago was a double header at QCB Stadium, the NRLW. Double header, took the girls down. This was the day after Cowboys versus Sharks.
Oh, that would have been a hard sell.
I was not feeling the best.
Oh, the way you left my house, I can't imagine why.
No, not at all.
Man, you left chipper. You should have been able to run a marathon the next day. And 3 hills.
Yeah, no worries. Look, we got there. We survived.
How many times did you go to the toilet to almost throw up and dry reach?
At the stadium, 0. At home, did you say almost?
Yeah,
There was no almost.
There was.
I did.
Oh, yeah.
And I have not vomited like that in quite some time.
I actually haven't had a spew for shit. Ever since Mika's been in Dubai since July, I still have not had a...
Actually,
I've felt absolutely rubbish and awful at times, and I've had a couple of dry retches, but nothing has come out.
No, actually, that was after the nights because I remember because we were drinking a lot of rum and Guinness, and all that came up was black. It was motor oil and black rats. That's all. Anyway.
So, Meeks, still haven't spewed yet since you've been missing. Maybe it's you.
I have. The double header where the Cowboys' last game of the season, but they went down 38-6 to the Knights. It wasn't much fun watching. However, it was the last game of the season, and they won twice as many games as they did last year. They won like 4, whereas last year they won 2, and they only played 9.
Yeah, they're on the improve.
So they're definitely on the improve. A lot of host of players moving on this year.
Yeah, but it's a sad thing with the women's sport where it is a job, which, I mean, I know it is for the blokes as well, but you sort of get a bit of club affiliation and Legion and everything like that, but when you can only be offered a 12-week contract and a bit of part-time work in the town, and you live in St. George, but you've got to come to Townsville, and there's not that same connection as the guys do. And I mean, I know they're not going to get paid the same as the guys. It's just simple. If you've got 22,000 people to a Cowboys versus Bunnies game and they're both sitting 15th, 16th on the ladder, but you're still getting 22,000 when you're only going to get 2, revenue does have to come into factor. So I understand why players are going to be moving on. I just hope that the NRL can, if they're fair income on the women's division, they've really got to build it up. And they've got to support it. They've got to give not a lapse in conference, a relapse in rent money if you've got to live in a town, but you've then got to call Townsville home for 3 years, but instead of paying $600 a week rent or $300 a week rent, whatever it is, cover 80% of their bills, because you only get a $900,000 salary cap to go across 25 girls. So if they really want the divisions to work, you've got to come to the party to make it happen. It'd be no different to anyone, but come here and put your body through the ringer for 10 weeks, just in game time, plus pre-seasons and everything else. Yeah, you've got good facilities and all that, but you can't expect someone to put their body through the ringer and get paid with working as well, plus their contract, less than what you could get as a cleaner on a mine site.
Yeah. I mean, there's different elements to it, obviously. And depends.
But I mean, the revenue has to be there as well.
That's right. But it's only like you said, it's a 9-week season.
Yep.
There's state of origin in there, and that to me, that's. I know it's hard. You've got to have. You don't have to, but you've got to have state of origin sort of mid-year around when you have the men's state of origin. and that just doesn't line up with
No, it
with the women's game, and I think
really
that's
doesn't.
that's a big hurdle that they've got to overcome somehow. I don't have the answer to that, and I've mentioned it many times before. I don't know that you need to have the women's competition finish at the same time as the men's.
Yep.
So
it can finish.
I don't know. I would have no issue if the women's game ran just the first half of the men's season, and then you had State of Origin.
Like you get a bye in AFL. You get a bye after the final round of AFL.
Yep.
So that everyone in the top 8 has a week off to rest niggles or anything, and then they start the following week. Rugby league doesn't do that. Could you make the women's division grand final a week after the men's comp finishes?
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying.
You know,
possibly.
And so you still get football in that period for broadcasting rights and everything. I don't know. I look at UFC and I look at the WWE, so to speak, and I know you're not big wrestling fans, but Ronda Rousey said it that, hey, I'm the attraction. When there was Ronda Rousey and Holly Holm going toe-to-toe in UFC, they would sell it out because people wanted to actually watch. They were two good fighters. It wasn't just a cat fight and seeing two bitches kick the shit out of each other. They had technique down pat. They had this and that. Last year, Rhea Ripley main evented WrestleMania against Charlotte Flair on night 1, and it was one of the best wrestling matches I've actually seen because they've built it up. You know, for a long time though, the WWE women's division was just a fill-in card. It was just, chuck the girls out now for a wrestle, and same sort of with UFC. But they invested and they gave the women credential. I see the NRL sort of doing that, but they're only put their toes in the water. They haven't committed to it.
Yeah.
And if they want to really be serious, instead of making your $40 million profit because of the men's game and Origin and everything else through the year, make a $30 million profit and invest back in if you really want to see the women's division flourish.
Yeah, look, I mean, it's expanding every year.
It is.
And then once they've got more rounds, than just 9 rounds.
9 rounds is...
It doesn't feel like enough. It feels like...
And no disrespect to it, I've had farts bigger than 9 rounds.
You have. I've had to walk through them.
And that's not a disrespectful thing, but to gain traction, like you follow the Cowboys women's and stuff, but outside the Cowboys, Ali Brigginshaw, Tamika Upton, Jess Surges. I'm struggling after that.
Isabel Kelly.
Yeah.
Outside of that,
you know, whereas you could name 30 blokes off the top of your head.
Yeah.
Outside of Cowboys players as well.
Yep.
And it's not a bad league. Like, I like watching the women's Big Bash, but they've built that up.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoy watching the women's heat when the Big Bash is on.
Yep.
It's something that if the NRL are serious on, we've got to... And it is baby steps and it is growing. Make it 15 rounds.
I think, though, if you have a look
But you've got to pay into it. You can't give a 900,000 salary cap. You've got to give it 2 million at least.
If you have a look...
In the way of the modern world, sorry.
Go back 3 years and it's definitely grown.
It has.
So, you know, like you say, baby steps. They'll get there. It's just,
Now,
it's got a little way to go.
And with that, like, what's the men's? 11 million, and, you know, you've got a 30-player roster, and...
The men's has also been going for 120 odd years. So.
Jerome Luai's on 1.5 million. You're not going to pay Kira Dibb 1.5 million, but you could maybe pay Kira Dibb 300,000 as your star. Now, $300,000 is a fucking lot of money.
In Townsville it is.
Well, for anyone, that's your normal tradie bloke that's done his apprenticeship and everything. That's 3 to 3.5, 4 years' work straight up. Now, I know not everyone's going to be on that, but you can't pay Kira Dibb 300,000. She's got to be paid 60,000 plus work for the club or something anyway. So increase your cap across the board by 2. there's only 10 clubs in it.
Yeah. I think there's more
That's
next
20
year.
million, which, it's a lot of money. But if
Anyway,
you're fair dinkum, sorry, I'm just saying, if you're fair dinkum about it, you got to invest in it.
Their grand final is this weekend. It's a double header, so they'll be playing at a core at 2:55 p.m, which then leads into the men's at 6:30 p.m. So their women's is actually second versus fourth. Roosters versus Sharks. So there you go. That's interesting.
They finished first. Broncos lost to Sharks, did they?
Yeah, they must have. Look, sorry. Yes, they did. 14-0.
Yeah.
Sharks beat them 14-0. And then
when was that played?
That was Sunday the 29th. Sunday just gone.
I do apologise. My eyes were shut most of Sunday.
Yeah, me too. And then Roosters Knights. The Roosters beat the Knights 25-16.
I actually
also on Sunday.
You know what I did Sunday night after gathering my thoughts and doing the tiniest bit of tidy up? I sat down in the theatre room. I put the aircon on, and first time I've had the aircon on since February.
Mm-hmm.
For something stupid and just mind-numbing, and I watched it from start to finish. I put on Coyote Ugly.
Wow.
That was the state I was in.
Yeah, that must have been... Yep, this will do. The first thing.
Come on, Mr. O'Donnell.
Shocking. Well, anyway, yep. The grand final, Storm versus Panthers, first versus second. I don't know. Are we interested? Do we care that much? I'll say, I do still have a very small soft spot for Panthers. I'm a little bit over them, being this is their fifth grand final in a row. As you were saying in the car on the way here, it's a hell of a legacy that they've built.
This is greatness happening.
And we're seeing it live. Like, when was the last time a team had a three-peat, let alone being in 5 straight grand finals?
I think you've almost got to go back to the Dragons of the 50s or 60s or whenever that was.
Something like that. And even, the AFL hasn't had a three-peat in a long time. I don't know. Probably the only sporting event aside from league that's had the same team at the top this often. I mean, motorsport generally does. Formula One had Mercedes winning for
Lewis Hamilton.
With Lewis Hamilton, he won a whole bunch straight. I think the EPL generally has.
No, they change it around.
Do they? Yeah. See, I don't know.
Like Liverpool's 1 year, Arsenal's the next. Like Leicester City Foxes won it in 16 again.
There you go.
They're paying 5,000 to 1 at the start of the year.
I don't know if the NFL has ever had back-to-back. Well, they've probably had back-to-back, but they certainly haven't had
Mahomes has
repeats.
probably gone back-to-back, the arsehole.
Yeah, but aside from that, you don't have a legacy of 5 grand final, 5 Super Bowls or anything like that.
Correct.
So outside of probably motorsport, where you can have a dominating team.
How long was Whincup and Lowndes up the top 4 in Red Bull?
Yeah,
because they were Ford Red Bull for a bit too, and then Holden Red Bull.
Yeah, so they were Vodafone back then.
Oh, they were
when they were in the Fords, and they were pretty dominant. I can't remember exactly how many years. Like I say, like you said, I've got a memory like a sieve, so I should know things.
What
like
about
that.
Gibson Motorsport with Lowndes? No.
Yeah, not so much Gibson.
Yeah.
Marcus Ambrose had a few years back-to-back championships. Scotty McLaughlin, I think, had 2 or 3.
Winterbottom was up there for a bit.
Yeah, briefly in 2015, he won the championship. But Whincup has won, I think he's 7-time, much like Hamilton.
Oh, it wasn't in a row.
No, not in a row. But there's always been someone in between. Shane Van Gisbergen was up there for a long time. Red Bull Racing has always been at the top. So, yeah, in motorsport, that's sort of unknown, like sort of almost an accepted thing. And the same goes for, any of the motorsports. Rallying has always been one dominant team, pretty much. So yeah, but in NRL.
Can you see if Hawthorn won 3 in a row? I don't know if they won 3. If they won 2, lost 1, then won another one. I know they beat Fremantle and I know they beat Sydney, but it might not have even been Sydney. But either way, other than the Lions from 01, 02, 03 going for 4. And choking against Port.
Yep.
And if it wasn't Hawthorn, I don't think they did. Richmond were up there, but they didn't go back-to-backs. And this is the thing, listeners, is that Storm have been a great side, but they as many prelims and grand finals they make, they've never gone back-to-back. You know, even when in that period with the salary cap scandal, they won 07, lost 08, won 09.
Yeah. Eddie will be saying, you guys should know this, but Hawthorn beat Fremantle in 2013.
Yeah.
77-62. They beat Sydney in 2014, and then they beat West Coast in 2015.
Yeah, they did go 3 in a row. Yeah, I thought they did.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they choke in 16? No, it was Dogs and Swans in 16.
Dogs and Swans in 16, that's correct. Yeah.
And so when you look at it, like 5 grand finals.
But Hawthorn, they got beaten by Sydney in 2012. So they did 4 grand finals in a row.
Yeah, and won 3.
But you have a look, like since then, they've been average.
Not that great.
Average. They've only sort of come good almost this year.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad that Port knocked Hawthorn out. Because if Hawthorn had gone through Port, I'm pretty sure Hawthorn beat Sydney. And
potentially, yeah.
A Hawks-Lions grand final. I'm not saying Lions win by 60. I still say Lions win.
Yeah.
But it could have been a 5th quarter win.
Yeah, look, anyway, back to the Panthers. So, yeah.
I think I'm on them, purely on the fact of your team's no longer in it. When I say your team, Cowboys, I want to see how far this envelope can get pushed. Now, you look, they've lost Crichton this year, they've lost Burton last year, they've lost Kickow, they've lost Appy Coruscant, they've lost Sean O'Sullivan, he's at the Dolphins, they've lost Jack Cogger, who almost pretty much got them the win last year when Luai went off. They're losing Luai next year. There's a few others there that has escaped me as well.
Yeah.
You could make almost a first-grade side out of the Panthers that have left in the last 4 years, 3-4 years.
Yeah.
And they still managed to stay on top. Then you look at Shirazzle gone, assistant coach. Webster, he's at the Warriors as the coach.
Yep.
And they've, other than this year, the Wars were sort of up and down, but they almost pulled it out last year. Shirazzle's made them to the finals this year at the Doggies. They've lost troops and personnel. And the Storm, every year, they still just somehow show up. Like, they've had injuries and illnesses all year long, and Bellamy still knows what to do. So it's going to be a good game, but I don't know, like, do we want Storm to be the team that ends this run?
Yeah, there is that too.
You want the Cowboys to be the team that stops that run. Like, you want Cowboys Penrith next year. GF and
does it have to be Penrith?
Well, Cowboys knock Penrith out in the prelim, we'll say, next year.
Yeah.
Let us be the team that stops it. So part of me is going,
who ends the dynasty?
Who ends it? I don't know. I'll watch a bit of it. I might be watching Fast and Furious 4 for old time's sakes. Who knows?
No, Nelson Sofa Solomona, and I've heard his name pronounced 17 different ways this week from news readers who are clearly not NRL fans at all, and they've said his name multiple different ways. So, anyway, don't have him in the team. Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Wouldn't you love to be his grade 9 maths teacher?
Yeah, totally.
Doing roll call. Nelson, and you're the substitute as well.
Yep.
Nelson,
Nas.
Sir, that's me.
Yep.
And he puts his hand up and he's like grade 9, 14-year-old, and he's 6'3". Oh, fuck.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you'll do. Yeah, you're right. No worries. Anyway, it's the grand final this weekend. We'll probably watch it. I don't know. I'll probably watch it. It's Sunday afternoon, Sunday night. What else are you going to do?
Well, I'm glad you asked. This is what I really wanted to do, and I was a bee's dick away from doing it.
Go to Sydney.
No, go to Sydney. Townsville to Brisbane flights, What are they normally, Bill? 500 return?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
On if you
460, 500?
I mean, on the right day, you can get them even cheaper.
You can.
Yeah.
You can. Return from Townsville to Brisbane. I was actually going to fly to Brisbane on Friday, right?
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
And spend the long weekend down there.
Yep. This Friday coming.
This Friday coming, because the following weekend I'm actually going out west with Mum and Dad. We're doing a little family road trip. Just see the sights of inland. We're going to go visit Margaret McKinley.
We're going to do the dinosaur.
The one out near Mount Isa. Was that Margaret McKinley or something like that?
No idea.
Either way.
Oh, is that the old mine?
Yeah.
Mary
Kathleen. Mary Kathleen, that's
Mary
right.
Kathleen, yeah.
Do that. We'll go spend a night in Hewenden. Dad wants to see a few things around there and chuck in the Stockland Hall of Fame and Qantas Museum and all that. So that's next week, right?
Winton Dinosaur Trail.
Do all that as well.
Yeah.
All that. Have a beer at the Walkabout Creek pub and get a steak
Go and see
sanger.
Thumper's statue in
Ilfracombe. All that and all the old stuff. Like just a bit of a inland stuff. Like Dad's 80 now and Mum's 75 or 76, whatever she is. And she was born in 49, so do the maths moving backwards. So we're going to do that next week. And so that leaves on Friday the 11th, and then I'm back at work on Tuesday the 23rd, right? And then I've got on the 26th Indoor Cricket Grand Finals, plus it's also Caulfield Cup Day.
Oh, you got a busy schedule coming up.
I do. And on the 27th, which is a Sunday...
It is
the last day of the Titanic Interactive Human Museum Roadshow.
Right.
So I was actually, and that's been in Brisbane now for a fucking couple of months.
Yeah.
Haven't been down.
No.
And I thought, hang on, I've got nothing better to do. I might go to Brisbane. I'm going to get a hotel for Friday, Saturday night, and then
Park up.
go and see me brother-in-law Wade on the sunny coast, probably Saturday arvo, get there and come back and fly home Monday and go back to work Tuesday sort of thing.
Good for you.
I was going to do that.
Oh, flights.
$723 is the cheapest flight to Brisbane.
That's
this
cheaper
Friday.
now. So a week ago, the cheapest flight was $1,100
What the fuck?
return.
But your return flight on Monday is $293.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
still
there you go.
Yeah. So a return trip,
$1,000 just to go to Brisbane.
$1,100
But if
last
you-
week, because they're probably thinking, oh, people want to fly here to try and get to Sydney for the grand final. No, I want to go watch fucking Titanic. I want to spend a day in the Titanic Museum on Saturday, and maybe then go and play roulette at the Treasury that night.
Can you fly into either Toowoomba or the sunny coast?
I've looked at going to Bali, Brisbane. Still, it's $100 cheaper flying out of Cairns, Bali, Brisbane.
Yeah.
But I've got to do 36 hours.
Yeah.
And from what you're saying, Bonza doesn't fly anymore. So
No.
So whatever plane's flying into there is going to be more expensive than that, for sure.
Well, yeah, probably.
And it'll probably be the milk run. So you stop at every single airport.
I've never been on a milk run, thankfully.
No, neither have I.
I can't imagine it.
I really want to do just the flight from Townsville to Cairns, just so I could.
That's nothing.
I haven't.
I know, but I just want to be glued to the windows. I've driven it so many times. I want to see it from the top.
Have a look at Rex.
I didn't look up the
Yeah.
train.
It's not a bad flight. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Not the train, the bus. How much is the McCafferty's Townsville, Brisbane? I did that in the year of 99 and also 2000, halfway through 2000, the whole year of 99 and 2000. I did McCafferty's to Brisbane return 7 times.
Oh, my God.
When you get to Childers, you just want to... Yeah, that's. Have we got any rum left in this zip flask?
All right, I'm looking at Greyhound.
Oh, is there no much thing as McCafferty's anymore?
Oh, I don't
Are you
know.
talking about McCafferty's or Macmillan's?
No, McCafferty's the bus or a Greyhound bus.
Yeah, well, Greyhounds still go. Now, I was thinking about looking at the avenue of the train, And
That could work.
But then it's
They're not cheap.
it's directed me to the TransLink website, which has got this beautiful blue thing here saying 50 cents fares on public transport.
Pretty sure it's
I
not 50
would,
cents.
I would argue that is public transport because it's a government-owned asset, right?
50 cents from Townsville to Brisbane.
Is Townsville to Brisbane not public transport on a train?
No.
I think it is.
I mean, yes, it is.
I'm part of the public,
So
and it's transport.
$258 for the early bird special for Townsville to Brisbane this Friday.
When
you got
does
to
that
leave
leave?
Friday at 7 a.m.
I can't. I've got a cortisone injection on my elbow at 10.
Oh, well then, okay. So there's one that leaves at 1 p.m.
I can make that.
But there's no early bird or advantage. You got to take the flexible rate. That's $538.
Return.
No.
One way.
One way.
And then Bill's
And it's a 12.
$300 flight home on Monday.
And it's
I
a
should
tw-
just fly.
It's a 24-hour trip. 24 hours on your arse.
But you can't. You said you got an appointment at 10.
Yeah.
So you're in the $1,000 club. Oh no, you can fly in on Qantas and leave here 8:15 and for $750.
Honestly,
But 1 in the afternoon is 11:20.
change your injection.
Yeah, okay, so I'll change my injection and I'll get cortisone maybe Thursday or Monday. No, I
Yeah,
can't get it Monday as a public holiday.
Your return trip's ruined. Like there's Monday the 7th, you're in the $500.
Yeah,
club.
see, this is the shit thing. So a boy that doesn't have anything to do with the rugby league couldn't give two fucks about it this weekend. He wants to go to Brisbane and look at Titanic.
Drive.
Then I've got to drive home, buckled as fuck with one person.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
No, not buckled.
How much for an Avis hire car if I leave it at the Brisbane airport? Because you said that was a $300 flight home on Monday.
Oh, hang on. You can come back on Wednesday, 2 p.m. You arrive here Friday, next Friday at 7 a.m. Jesus, it must be connected with a layover somewhere for $313.10. So you could do it for $500, but there's 3 days worth of travel there.
You know what I'm hearing?
What day is the last day of the Titanic thing?
The 27th, but I'm out for... This is the only weekend I've got free that I can do it on.
Sorry, yeah, I was only looking at this weekend. So,
Yeah.
anyway.
You can, but if you flew out Saturday morning, you're back into the 500s.
Return?
One way.
No.
So you can leave at 8:45 on Jetstar for $564. Or you got
The tour date starts at 1.
Or you can
at 12.
You can get an hour and 5 minutes later. You can leave Townsville.
I'm
for
not going to
$418.
Brisbane for $500 to tie in 3 hours of Titanic when I want 8 hours of it.
You know what? If I seen that you could fly to Brisbane for $340 on Qantas, I would have just done that for fun. 'Cause I've never flown Qantas.
Keep an eye on Jetstar. Every now and then they have specials, but you're probably struggling to get it this late.
Oh, no fooling. You know what I know?
You would not believe the capture I have to click right now. It's click the buses
You know what I've
and motorbikes.
You know what I've come to learn is that this Titanic interactional walk-through museum and everything
Right.
has been in Brisbane since around April, or it was either June. It was one of those ones. It was earlier. Mm-hmm. And I said Bonnie last when she was still here, I want to go and watch this. Which means, in translation, go fuck yourself. And
It's
the
alarm time.
alarms.
It's 9 o'clock.
And I never really pushed the envelope because I just didn't. But now when the time is running out, I thought the time ran out at the end of November. So I still had time to get down for it.
You've missed out, my friend.
Yeah, I know.
There'll be more.
Well, this is the thing. If there is another one, and if you're listening, I will be going. In the great words of Bono, lead singer of U2, with or without you.
Fair enough. All right. Well,
Or
tipping.
I just go to Ireland.
Let's just go to tipping.
Oh, yes, let's go to tipping.
Yeah, I knew you'd like that. There is one round to go. There's one game to go. Many people tipped 2 on the weekend. Some of us tipped 0. Out in front, though, in our Out in front.
No, that's that second beep that it does just
Yeah,
to scare you.
just to scare you. Yeah. Out in front of the main tipping comp, ESPN 891327700 and 162 points cannot be beaten, as Hale 7 is on 159. 3 points of difference, 1 game remaining. So can't be done. So the winner of the public on the ranch tipping comp, ESPN 891327700.
Is that Herb?
It's Herb.
Fuck him. He's not getting his jersey.
You got to organise those yet?
No, I've
you
had
have?
confirmation.
Okay.
Yeah,
Very good.
They're ready for collection.
Are
Guess
they?
who forgot to pick them up in the last 4 days?
You're kidding me.
Yeah, they're.
I was there yesterday
Oh, really?
at the counter
Yeah.
to pick up Kat's shirt.
No. They're not at the league.
Oh,
side.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not at Hutchinson Centre.
Yeah, they're there.
Yeah, I could have grabbed them.
Oh, shit.
Mate, come on. Anyway, who would have known it?
We got to work on our communication.
Totally. Get Your Tips Out is in third place on 159 as well. So second place could go to Hale 7 or Get Your Tips Out. There's actually a prize I can add to one of these here. I ordered myself a jersey and I ordered a medium, and medium does not fit me anymore.
Well,
So I'm going to donate it as a prize.
I think you've got to get on the shred diet.
I am actually. It's October 1st.
You're only allowed
I've stopped the
boiled chicken or salmon fillets.
boiled chicken.
And green beans and asparagus.
Yeah, I won't be doing
And
that.
maybe squash and broccoli.
I won't be doing that.
Now, do you want to shred and fit a medium or not?
I will. Watch me.
Yeah,
In fourth place,
should
Rocking
get
Host Road. In fifth, Graham C89. In sixth, Chris North 5. Ron Schill is in seventh. JJ86 in 8th. Marcus LS is in 9th. And Camo99 in 10th spot. G'day, Camo. That alarm's about to go off again. Gotta Be the Cowboys in 11th. I'm not going through this. I'm just picking out the names that are interesting. NB Sports Fan in 14th. Neon Cowboy HK in 18th. These are the cool names. Oh, the full-on alarm is pretty much going off now.
That's even coming through my headset.
Yeah. This is good.
Do something. Morgan.
In 25th spot is Golden Point
Morgan's
Sucks.
back in the country, Bill. We could ring him.
Valentine Fly Homes in 28th. Our tips are ruined. Cole Felt Me Up in 30th. Cowboy Chicken, that's Bill, in 33rd. He got 0 on the weekend.
He got 0. Did you forget to put him in?
Oh, ruined.
Fuck.
Swiss Cowboy.
I was a bit preoccupied.
Karsten finished in 35th on 149 points.
Just before you go one more, do you get a bonus point for tipping a perfect round this weekend?
No, I hope not. I doubt it.
I
I'm
hope
pretty
they
sure
do.
that went away at the end of the regular home and away season.
Shit.
Because there are people who have tipped 4 in the qualifying finals and they didn't get bonus points. This guy. In 52nd, this guy.
Oh, you got there.
We're up on the ranch. On 144 points, also got 0 on the weekend, just gone. I thought, I'm not going to win anything. I'm just going to throw it out there.
So you went both ways.
Yep. Got flogged. Both of them. So that didn't work. Catastrophe, our good friend Kat, 56 points. She's moved to Brisbane.
She has moved already.
So pretty much. She'll be back, but
Oh, did she drive down?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Kat, if you're driving to Brisbane and if
You
you're
could get a lift.
if you're leaving after 11 a.m. on Friday morning,
No.
I've got a Titanic exhibition to go and watch.
Broke but can still drinky is on 63rd. Thirsty for drinky is in 68th. Hawk for Life in 71st. Lay Butter Me Up, 72nd. Look, there was some good names this year. You're all going to have to lift it for next year, though. 78th, Pain in the Haas.
Yeah.
80th, Pistol Blazing 2 Guns.
Now, would you say that's not the best name?
Oh, look, I wouldn't say that.
Pew, pew, pew.
But you finished 80th
Yeah.
out of.
I haven't heard Mel's Pies number 1.
Look, we'll
yet.
get there. Webster 1, who's one of our previous winners, is
Hang
83rd.
on. How much points was Pistol Blazing Two Guns?
133.
133, okay. Just making sure.
On 130,
Yeah.
Mal's Pie's number one.
So even if you got a bonus point for the grand final win.
He still can't catch you.
So...
You're ahead.
And I know he's listening. That's $100, Morgan.
Oh, yeah,
That's $100 you owe me. Oh, but my tips didn't submit, and if they submitted, I might have been... Well, do better, kid. Do fucking better.
Off to page 3, and the Potato finished in 105th spot on 108 points. Tip 2 on the weekend, at least. But, aside from that, no good. So, anyway, the Potato...
So 108 to 133.
Yeah, to the Potato. Yeah. It was a good experiment, that one.
It was a great experiment.
It was a flip of the coin or a spin of the potato.
And I was up around the 20s and the 15s until about round 13.
Yeah.
And then
you just fell away.
Well, I thought it would be great to just get on the first carriage of the hypercoaster and make a vertical drop.
You did that. You were down around 100th at some point there.
Oh,
you kind of picked it back up towards the end.
I had me jokers in hand.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Over at the Patreon exclusive tipping comp, Get Your Tips Out has won it on 159 points, 5 points clear of Como 99.
And he's won a free Panikin with that, I hear.
Oh, has he now?
No, shit.
Okay. Whoops.
For $19.
Plus postage. Traxxas on the Ranch is in third on 154. So Como 99 and Trax, our two previous winners, Patreon subscriber winners, are in second and third.
Oh.
Swiss Cowboy.
Good on him.
In fourth. Valentine Fly Holmes in fifth. Can't Tip for Hit in sixth. Cole Felt Me Up in seventh. Cowboy Chicken in eighth. Lather Was Driving School in ninth. I Find Tinsel Distracting in 10th.
Damo.
Rob on the Ranch in 11th.
Oh, suck yourself off.
Couldn't even get into the top 10. Catastrophe in 13th. Hessen Did and It's Guy Love in 15th. Rubber the Neem in 17th. Pistol Blazing Two Guns in 22nd. Mal's Pies in 25th. And Dearden's Nut, who didn't tip since about round bloody 12, brings up the rear, last place.
Yeah, Dearden's Nut's been busy.
Oh.
Yes.
Morgan finished in 25th in the Patreon and he finished 89th and no, he didn't beat Pistol Blazing. It's $100, Morgie. I know I've said it before, but I expect cash and I don't want you to give it to me in Kramer quarters either. It's 1 greenback folding or 2 pineapples.
Take the greenback or nothing.
Nah, see, I've got a few greenbacks at home.
I know.
They're a bastard because no one has change for them.
We'll take them to bank them.
That's why I said pineapples.
Right, copy.
At least people have change for a pineapple.
The tips for this week, obviously, it's the NRL Grand Final, Sunday the 6th of October, Channel 9 game. Mute it and put it on the radio. Trust me.
Listen to Roy and HG.
Storm.
They'll do a good call on this.
Yeah, they probably will. Storm are $1.87 up against the Panthers at $1.95. I don't know how the Storm are favourites here. I don't get it.
Minor premiers
No.
cleared by 6
I
points.
think it's I think it's a
Been
flip
there,
of a coin.
done that. It's a huge flip.
It's anything could happen.
I'm going Panthers by 8.
What's the line? Do you know?
Geez, I didn't look at that part. We'll have to look at our favourite bookie, which Pistol's going to have to do for Pistol's multi in a minute anyway.
Shit.
The Potatoes go on the Storm.
You get something on for this.
Yeah, you might want to hurry up with that.
Mm-hmm.
So, Storm or Panthers? We were going to check the line, weren't we? Yeah. It is the NRL Grand Final. It is anyone.
0.5.
Anyone. I could really 0.5.
Yeah.
Struth. That's even closer than I expected.
Lovely.
Sorry, I got 2.5. Oh, no, so that's pick your own line.
Oh, right, yeah.
I can't even find the regular line.
So I've only just switched to Sportsbet and I found it straight away.
Yeah, that's because you're on your phone. It's easier on the phone. On
Yeah.
PC, it's hard.
Yeah, I tried running Ladbrokes through the computer and I gave up and went to my phone. I went, no.
There it is, half a point. $1.89 to win by 1. And that includes extra time.
Wow.
on.
It doesn't usually.
Depends. Some bookies do, some bookies don't.
Right.
So it just depends. So, Storm Panthers, Peter.
I did mention this earlier, and I don't want to go back, but I think the greatness train. I want to see Penrith win. Well, I don't want to see either team win. In all honesty, I want to see just a good game of footy, but I'd really love to see a Titanic expedition in Brisbane. But since the NRL's on, I can't even get down there for it. I've gone Penrith purely on the fact, and I'm only going to go by a margin of like 2. It's going to be tight. Penrith purely on the greatness. Like people do get it lost in their system of, they've won 3 games in a. Storm have been up there all the time as well. Like they haven't capitalised on the amount of opportunities they've had, and the times they have capitalised, they got taken away because they cheated it.
Mm-hmm.
But 4 in a row, what a good story.
Not terrible. It's pretty good. So you're going Panthers?
Yeah, I'm Panthers by 2.
What do you reckon, Bill? You still?
Yeah, I reckon Panthers by 2 as well.
Yeah.
I reckon it'll be a tough, gritty game. Ladbrokes gives you a 1.5 margin.
Yeah, well, there you go.
So, everyone thinks it's going to be a tight one.
Well, I've gone Panthers by 8. I think they'll run away with it a little bit. That's only a little bit. It's only 8 points. It's not huge. We'll see what happens.
Oh, all right, we're all back again for another week. It'd be nice to get one for the year.
Wouldn't it?
I was close in the AFL ones. I was close last week.
So was I. If someone didn't get voided.
If Charlie Cameron kicked 2 or more, Petey wins $4,000.
Just quietly, the week before, you had Cowboys to win with Felt, Talangi and Drinkwater to score. None of that happened.
Yeah.
You had in the Lions game against Geelong, Charlie Cameron, Joe Danaher, Kai Lohman, Kalamar, Chi and Brisbane to win.
All happened.
Danaher did not score.
Oh, because he moved to ruck.
Yes.
He got moved to ruck. Yeah.
However, on the weekend just gone, he did.
Yes.
And then you had Dom Young and Tommy Talau to score, and they both did.
And they did.
So you did well in 2 games, but just not in our main game.
Not in the cows. Not in the cows.
Look.
So we're literally just going a Penrith Storm multi. I was contemplating going the long game and just which is what we're going to do anyway.
We'll do it later.
We're doing a long game one, and that long game is the Heat, Lions, Cowboys, and Queensland to win Origin, which happens every year. It happens every year.
Yes.
So we're going to put that on before the Big Bash starts. But yeah, Heat, Lions, Cows, and Queensland. This week, I did say Penrith by 2, and I've gone out in a true pistol style here where we've picked 6 try scorers.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, because that could still be...
No, totally. I'm with you. I'm on board.
2018. It could be whatever.
Yep.
So we're going both halfbacks, Hughes and Cleary. We're going both wingers, Warbrick and Toto. And we're going both fullbacks, Pappenhausen and Edwards.
Edwards, yeah, right.
Paps and Edwards, Toto and Brick, Hughes and Cleary. $20 on that power play. Now it's 357 to 1.
It is.
20 on that, $7,140. Will there be 3 tries scored for both teams? If they are, let's just hope it's those ones. Like, it's going to be a tight affair. But 20-18, 22-18, 24-20, it's not out of the question.
No, absolutely.
Toto's not out of the question. Warbrick's not out of the question.
I like it.
Paps and Edwards isn't out of the question. Couple of half-pack masterpieces, they're definitely there.
I'm on board.
And that's all brought to you thanks to Fusion Network. So if you want $7,140, load up $20, power play it, and for one last time in 2024...
Ride the lightning.
Ride the lightning, feel the thunder. This is Pistols, multi from down under. So...
Excellent.
Get on board, all thanks to Fusion Networks, for any internet and data providing needs. You know where to find the guy.
probably going to be our last playlist entries for the year. It's looking very much that way, I would say. I'm going to throw in one. It's an old classic, and it's probably in previous playlists, but it's definitely not in this year's. It's Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody. You've got to have a bit when, and you start singing it.
Yeah.
And then
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like it a lot. And we haven't put it in yet.
It's a sing-along. It's like at Saturday night when I put on Rocket Man. Everyone knows the words.
Yeah.
Exactly. You need that in a playlist.
You do. Well, what are you going to put in this week's playlist?
Well, I said to you after the Knights win, and I said next week I'm putting this banger in, which we never recorded until tonight, and it was a Celine Dion, and now it's not My Heart Will Go On.
Oh, that's a shame.
But I'm still sticking with it, and it gets you up and about. It's a power ballad. It's all coming back to me now.
Oh, right. That's different.
By the lovable Celine.
Yeah.
Canadian too.
Is that on the Titanic soundtrack?
No.
Oh, it's not.
It's Only Heart Will Go On.
I don't know. What is that?
I kiss you like this.
Yes.
And I hold you like that.
Yep. Okay. We've heard that.
It's all coming back to me now.
I'm just looking up what soundtrack it's from.
Oh, I don't know the soundtrack. It's just a belter of a song.
I reckon it's in a soundtrack. Oh,
man, this Angus King is outstanding.
That was almost...
I can actually read this with my glasses because it's good font on a black background.
Yeah, right.
14.8% at 8.6 standards to a bottle. Whew.
Yeah. Very good. All right, Bill, got a song for us?
I just did the old flick stop on my like songs, and I've stopped on Love Generation by Bob Sinclair.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's a bit party upbeat.
Oh, it's a great song.
Feel the love generation. Come on.
Yeah. At least I don't have to play it because you sing it.
Yeah, it'll be that good that YouTube will copyright strike it. You watch.
I've got no doubt about that.
Now, do we take the radio edit or the regular? We'll just go.
No, you go the regular version.
Well, has it got Gary Pine involved?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all right.
Yeah, that's the one that's on my phone.
Okay.
No, I don't like radio edits. It's just you got to leave songs exactly how they're made.
Yeah.
Because it creates that nice big like slow build up to the song, and it brings you right into it.
There's one. It's okay.
Oh no, to deposit money onto that bet and it says funds are low, and I knew how much I put in there on Saturday morning.
If you're listening. Yeah, I've lost my train of thought now. So that's because that was an all-time over there.
That was brother ooh.
Brother ooh.
Brother ooh.
What's that, brother?
Oh, I'm going to get a phone call in the next couple of days. It's not going to be enjoyable.
If you're lucky. Now you just got to win it all back.
Cleary, Hughes,
Yep.
Paps, Edwards.
It's going to happen.
Toto Brick.
Look, a very big thank you to everybody who's tuned in and listened this year. It's been a pretty good year for the North Queensland Cowboys. It's been a pretty good year for the On The Ranch podcast, just quietly. Just go back and have a listen. We had some people join us in the studios.
Chad, Breather, Tootie,
Toddy. Yeah.
Benny Lonigan.
Yeah.
We had 6. There was another one.
Yeah, I can't
there
remember
as
the
well.
other one was. Look, it's looking...
Terry Campese.
Terry Campese.
Correct.
Campo.
Okay.
Yeah, we had Campo.
We had Donnie from Power 100.
Donnie.
Always welcome.
Yeah.
Cole was meant to be here one night.
Cole was meant to be, but he...
Yeah. So we went there and had some of his crumb steaks anyway. Which have been amazing.
It's a great place to frequent.
I even had the salad last week.
And it's good, isn't it?
It's not bad. Look, I enjoyed it.
So go back through our back calendar.
Our catalogue.
Catalogue.
Bit too much of that
You
grain.
can tell I've had a few Shiraz tonight. Whew, Angus King. Where's you been all my life? It's been a pleasure fans. It has been. It's, we do this for free. We do this for content. We do this every week just to spread the love and joy about the team that we all support the most. And come Sunday night, Penrith and Melbourne, may the best team win.
On the Range NQ on Instagram, I'm XRBob on Twitter, On the Spot Facebook page, Morgan Holmes Evans for Fusion Networks. Also go to ontherangeNQ.myshopify.com. Pick yourself up for panicking. Thanks for listening.
It's been a blast. See you soon, kid. May we meet again.